Thank you very much for being here tonight. I am going to start with my why. So I am a first-generation college student. I grew up in rural Iowa, and I had a situation where I always knew I wanted to go to college, and my parents supported that, but there was no opportunity to financially assist with that. So I made my college decision based on my financial aid package, which the best package came from a small private liberal arts college, and I had a Pell Grant, and I had work study, and I waitressed, and I had federal loans, and a lot of them, because I loved college, and I decided to stay there for 19 years. And ultimately, I earned a bachelor's and 2 masters and a PhD. And during my graduate programs, I got married, and my partner and I had 3 children, and I worked full-time, and I took out federal loans to pay for my tuition. And I recently took a pause and added up all those loans. Because you just pay and you pay and you pay, and you're like, I don't even know, like that number just doesn't seem to come down. And so I realized just recently that I had borrowed $119,900 for 19 years of education. And over the 29 years that I was in repayment, I paid back $202,000. And for those of you who are really quick with your math, that's $82,000 in interest on $119,000 borrowed. I consider myself a student loan survivor. I paid them off in January of 2023. But we have to look at this larger than our own why. Here in Massachusetts, we have residents owing about $30.8 billion in student loan debt. The average person's debt being right around $34,000. And this is most significantly a young person's debt. About 60% of borrowers are under the age of 35 when we're making major decisions about partners and children and houses. And so when we look at this on an even bigger scale on the national level, we know that federal student debt is around $1.9 trillion. That surpassed credit card debt in 2010 and has no end in sight of slowing down. What's most significant to me, though, is actually something Senator Warren said when she visited our campus this fall. 40% of people with student debt do not have a degree. Let that sink in. They are making payments on something that is not yielding them any increased income because they weren't able to finish for some reason, and they still have the debt. Student loan debt impacts life decisions, which impacts the overall economy. For those who hold student debt, 46% delayed moving out of a family member's home. Or 51% delayed purchasing a home. 40% have no emergency savings over $500. 26% haven't been able to contribute to retirement at all. And 14% have delayed or considered not having children at all. All this to say that work being done in support of free college is absolutely essential to Western Mass, to the Commonwealth, and to the nation at large. I would love to see a significant increase in college completion in my lifetime, but the only way that this is going to happen is through a significant revamp of the current college funding structure and a decreased reliance on student loans. The current proposition or proposal is legislation known as Mass Reconnect, or free college for those over 25, is a great start, but it is just the first start for the state. I encourage you to make your voices heard to our elected officials and let them know how essential free college is to all of our futures. Thank you.